What's your name, dude?
It's Christian Carlson.
Where are we?
You're at King's Road Home in Soho.
What's the story? I mean, you sound like you're from, where are you from? Are you from London? Or?
From London.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have this business in London as well? Or?
I did not, actually. I was in fashion for years.
Okay.
And I got totally burnt out, and I got out of fashion and opened up my own thing with furniture.
Where were you working? What kind of brands were you working in?
I was working, doing wholesale for men's.
Okay.
I was at Calvin for a while.
Okay.
I was at Hugo Boss. Then I was at Moschino, and then Jean-Paul Gaultier. And then I had enough.
So, what are the things you learned from that led you to this, or? Is it?
Not really.
Okay.
It's just an opportunity came up. A friend of mine said, I know you want to do something else. I think you'd be great at doing home. Mm-hmm. So I said, yeah, well, maybe. So I just worked 3 jobs for about 2 years.
Whoa.
I was running a bar restaurant down here in Little Italy.
Okay.
And I was working in a furniture store on the weekends.
Okay.
And still had my fashion job, during the week, yeah. And just ended up saving a lot of money because I couldn't really go out that much.
Yeah, I didn't know
so
that
I was
story.
working so much.
What year was this?
What's that?
What year was that?
That was 96, something like that. And finally, a friend of mine said, do the home furnishings thing. Mm-hmm. I'll give you 100% investment. And, just give me a certain percentage back every year. And I said, 100%? Okay, that sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So I just said, let's do it. So bought him out in a year and a half, and that was basically it. That was it.
Yes, you had no idea what you were getting into, but you knew in your gut.
100% financing. I mean, you can't really say that. You might as well try it, right? Because it's no risk really for you.
Yeah.
Apart from time and effort. So that's it.
So tell me, let's take a walk. Tell me what you carry here. And like inspiration.
What do we carry? Everything has to be organic in nature. It has to be green. Even these floors they've been reclaimed.
Okay.
All the woods, for instance, on the bed that you see right there. Oh, so careful. That needs to be edited.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Even the wood on his bed, everything is being reclaimed. We don't cut down any.
What does it mean by reclaim? What's the word reclaim?
We don't cut down any new trees.
Oh, okay.
So none at all. So everything is green.
Really? I didn't know that.
Eco.
Has it always been that way?
Always.
So before people were talking about green, Christian, you were already trying to think about ways to recycle things that already exist.
We've been doing it ever since the inception. So.
And what date did you start here again?
12 years ago now.
Okay.
So quite a while. Everything in here as well, it's about texture. Mm-hmm. I love layering.
Yeah.
So browse around, you'll see everything is natural and it is about texture.
Where do you find?
Unique.
Where do you find your things?
All over the world.
It's.
I travel way too much.
Really?
Yeah.
So some of the countries that you're inspired from, like some of the places you go.
Southeast Asia, South America, primarily Brazil, Chile, now Mexico. So we're doing a whole new line out of recycled telephone poles.
Okay.
And recycled steel in Mexico.
Okay. Are these branded Kings Road Home?
We're doing it together with a friend of ours.
Okay.
So that is going to be launched sometime in January. That line. So that's it.
How do people usually describe your place? What do you hear from customers? What do you hear from people?
What do we hear?
Instead of asking you, how would you describe it? Just honestly, what do people say?
People love it. They think it's very warm, which I think it is. Mm-hmm. It's a very relaxed vibe. That's what we hear. So.
How would you describe it in a couple words?
Contemporary, organic, in a beautiful, warm, and tranquil atmosphere.
Okay. Any advice? Just take a walk around. Any advice, Christian, honestly, you've been doing this for a while. Any advice you give any entrepreneurs looking to start something in New York or start something anywhere?
Passion. Well, a little bit of luck and passion. Yeah. That's the most important thing. You gotta have passion behind the product, otherwise, or behind the idea.
Okay.
Otherwise, don't even bother.
Yeah.
You can't go into it half-assed.
How do you balance social life and working? Because you mentioned earlier, for 2 years you were doing 3 jobs. Just curious, how have you balanced social life? Now I hear you're married. So how do you?
It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time here. I spend a lot of time traveling. I have to spend a lot of time with my family. You just kind of do it. When you're in that situation, you just figure it out.
Yeah.
My wife is expecting right now as well.
Oh, congratulations.
So in April, we're going to have another edition. So it's going to get even more challenging, but I'm up for it.
Would your family affect the products you carry, since you're not going to be having your first child? Do you think you start carrying products that are geared towards children for the home? Because it's home furnishings.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to develop my own crib. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, cool.
So,
cool. What's the future? What's the future for the brand? You've been here for years. You looking to go to other countries or keep
what I'm actually involved in right now? I'm starting to do a lot more turnkey kind of projects.
Okay.
Right now I'm working on a Mexican national who just bought a place downtown at the William Beaver.
Okay.
And he wants everything done. He just wants to move in. So he wants his toothbrush, he wants some food in the fridge, the whole 9 yards, towels, sheets, everything. So that's
what would you call that business? That now you're actually, that's architecture, design.